I'm with Professor Paul Palmer, Associate Dean for Ethics, Sustainability and Engagement here at CAS and Director of the Centre for Charity Effectiveness. Paul, in an article you published recently, you speculated about one or two ways in which Brexit might have an impact on the charity sector. Would you like to expand on those for us?
Yes, the first thing we have to understand is that one of the great fuels of the charity sector in terms of income is through what's called legacy giving. And that legacy giving is primarily supported by house prices. So when people die, they leave their estate to charity or a proportion of their estate to charity, and house prices have been one of the great assets in that giving. As the Deputy Governor of the Bank of England recently pointed out, in one sense, house prices have been a one-way bet. But I'm of the generation that remembers house prices actually in London declining. So the inevitable issue of supply and demand comes here. If there's less people, if there's less pressure on house prices, could we actually see a decline in house prices? And if we did see a decline in house prices, then by its very nature, you would obviously see a decline in this largest source of income for the sector, which is legacy giving. The second issue is a much more political one, and that relates to international aid. Probably one of the defining characteristics of David Cameron's premiership was his protection of the overseas aid budget. And indeed, he followed in traditions with Gordon Brown beforehand in doing so. The new Development Secretary, International Development Secretary, Priti Patel, has made it very clear that she intends a major review of the international aid budget. So the charities that have been supporting international aid, unlike their domestic counterparts, have seen real growth increases, or certainly keeping pace with inflation, and they could now start to see a detrimental effect on their budgets.
Paul, thank you very much.